Senator, let me take you back to January 6th, which it turns out is the day you realized you were going to become majority leader, and what you went through on that day, what you were feeling when you were rushed out of the building and when you were in hiding for hours on end, actually. And then to discover after the fact these photographs we've seen of people that day wearing clothing, celebrating the Holocaust, and this information that some of these people were looking for you. They were looking for what they called the big Jew.
Well, Lawrence, first let me say that January 6th, I've described it like the sentence in A Tale of Two Cities. It was the best of times. It was the worst of time. I stayed up all night. At 4 a.m., we learned that it was pretty much certain that Ossoff and Warnock would win, and I'd become majority leader. And of course, I felt joy initially. But immediately thereafter, another emotion coursed through my veins, and that was of awe. And I don't mean awe in the sense of my daughter saying, you know, Dad, that movie was awesome, but awe in the biblical sense. The angels, when they saw God's face, trembled in awe. The responsibility on the shoulders of our caucus was enormous. And so I had those two emotions coursing in my veins. I drive down to D.C. I'm on the floor of the Senate at 1, putative majority leader at that point. And within an hour, a policeman in a big bulletproof vest and a big submachine gun strapped across his waist grabs me firmly by the collar. I will never forget that grab. And he says, Senator, you're in danger. We rush out. We walk to the right. We see these sons of guns. I would use the curse word. I'm from Brooklyn, but this is national television. And as you can see, we walk through the hall, and the minute we see them, we go through the doorway, we see them, and we turn around and run back the other way. And to be honest with you, I didn't quite remember it. Everything was such a whirl. There we are. Everything was such a whirl that until I saw that film, which the impeachment managers showed, and they hadn't told me they would show it, that's when it collected. But to realize that these people were encouraged by this president is one of the most awful things that America has ever known, that he fomented this, he incited this, and I hope and pray. I thought the impeachment managers did a good job, and I hope and I pray that Americans, as this sinks in, will say, we can have nothing to do with Donald Trump. And it's only a small band of awful people like these people who do it. I also have faith that Merrick Garland, who we put in office today, will go after every one of these sons of guns, everyone, and throw obviously due process. We're America. We don't do what they do. But throw the book at them, no leniency. And if they deserve long jail sentences, which I would believe they do, put them in there and let that be an example to anyone else who might try. These are the worst. And they are authoritarian. And if America doesn't fight back in every way, which I believe the Attorney General will do, the President will do, and certainly we in the Senate Democrats will do, God save us. And will our Republican friends finally come forward and join us in this? Fear of Donald Trump should not be enough to undermine this democracy as Trump and these people and their ilk are trying to do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank all of you out there.
Thank you as always.
Thanks to you at home.
Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for letting us into your homes during these extraordinary times.